So session, how it will goes, I'll tell you. So it's like from my side, first I'll give a brief introduction about myself and then I'll go for it. My name is Murli. I have around 8.5 years of experience in the software industry. Out of my 8.5 experience, 5.5 years I'm into automation, started with QTP, then later on I jumped with Selenium. So I was working for Selenium with Java. Now I'm working with Selenium with Ruby and then with Cucumber concept over in my current organization. So I'm teaching my Selenium training for more than 3 years. I have trained around more than 3,500 students till date. So I'm also a corporate trainer for Wipro, IBM, and Cisco. Also, I used to take for some guest sessions in colleges and then some organizations also. That's what about a brief introduction about myself. So session, how we used to start and then how we used to implement. So everyday session, it will be around 1 hour 15 minutes, 7 to 8:15 Indian Standard Time. It's a Monday to Friday session. We will be taking for every topic 3 programs. So one program I will explain. The rest 2 programs I'll make you guys to execute in the class itself. So why I go for this approach means so simple. Students who comes over there, when I teach, you will feel comfortable that actually you have understood it. But same thing when I give an assignment to you, when you do it by yourself, that is the time you will feel that actually you understood or not. So that's why instead of going and checking in your home, I'm going to do the check here as well. So that you will feel more comfortable. Why means because when you're doing it by your own, so there will not be any person to help. But when you do it in the class itself, so I will be there for you to help always. So that end of the session, make sure that actually everyone has understood the concept and then you left. Okay, till the first 10 days or 15 days, you might feel actually what if you already knows Java, you might feel that actually what session is going a little bit slow, but overall new to Java. So I want everyone to understand Java in a very detailed manner. So why means if you understand Java, going further with Selenium and framework is so easy. Okay, Selenium you don't need much Java, but when you come to framework, you need to understand Java, the collections, hoops concepts, and then if conditions, for loops and all. Because entirely frameworks is being designed based on the language only. Then later on the top level only, we are going to construct the test cases. Guys, just a minute. Vijay, actually just check with your speakers, that's it. So just check with your YouTube whether you're able to hear the voice or not. If that is a thing, hopefully this also should work. Just check that alone. Cool, yeah, thank you. Okay, yeah. Okay, this is what. So everyday session also will be recorded and then will be sent to you on the same day. So how I will be sending means I'll be sending in this level. So for example, I'll be giving information as class 1, class 2, class 3 like that. So sessions, I will be giving the information. So the YouTube URL to watch and then what are the topics has been taken on that day. And then if there is any PPT presentation, any document or the code files. So for example, if you go, just give me a minute. So for example, I'll just show some. Okay. So for example, this is the URL. This is my topic which I have been taken on that day, and then the code files and then assignments. So this is how I'll be forwarding to you every day. Okay. So assignments I'll be giving 1 or 2 days for you to complete it so that you will feel comfortable to do it over there. That's the thing. Okay. And I will be starting from core Java. So core Java is what first we will be starting. So what are the things that are required for Selenium, everything we'll be covering it here. So it's, if you see core Java is only 40% on Selenium. Sorry, J2W. So core Java plus J2W is the entire Java. So 40% is core Java, 60% is J2W. So that 40% also is so damn easy. So in that again, 70 to 80% is more than enough for Selenium. Okay, so all those topics we'll be covering here. So the basics, out variable, data types, and then functions, constructors, string handling, those information first we'll read. Then we'll go for the inheritance concept, interface, and then collections, then method overriding concept, then package access modifier, exception handling, then your password encode and decoding, then how to read and write from a file. So these are the things are required. So everything will be seeing with examples only. Okay, nothing will be like theoretical sessions. Everything is like directly working on programs and then understanding information. So to learn any language, what is important skill that you need to know means what is happening at the back end. The syntax, those things are not at all important. Any syntax you can get it from Google anywhere. The only information what you need to know is what is happening at the back end. When you're going to write some code, for that a memory allocation is going to happen. So why that memory allocation is going to happen, and then when it is going to happen, and then where that memory will be allocated, and then how to retrieve that, and then how to delete it. Like those concepts are important, because any language you take, this concept will be idle. Okay, only some little parts will be changed over there in that the syntax and then other things over there. Only 30% will be differing from each and every language. So that's why memory allocation concept we first learn, then after that only we learn the other what is it, syntax and then the program, all those things. Okay, so if I come here, so if you see, when I go here, see, I'll be talking about things, everything will be documented like this for you. Okay, any installation comes, okay, any type of installation comes, so it's entirely documented for you with screenshots only. So you will not be facing any difficulties when you're going to learn a new software, or you're going to do some installation. Okay, nothing need to be worried over there. Everything is clearly documented with screenshots. So I will be doing the same concept, the same information is what actually you're going to do it in your home also. So if you see, most of the topics are being documented for you. So inheritance, if you want, what are the benefits, and then why we use interface, inheritance, all those things. Then collection API, if you go, what are the differences between the arrays and collections, okay, and then the framework, and then why we need to use those things. Those are all informations you can see here. Clear? Then if I come to Selenium, if you're going to install Selenium, okay, so how it goes: Selenium IDE, WebDriver installation, and we have different add-ons over there, how to install. So all those things, everything is documented. Okay, none of the places, because of installation you don't want to delay of your assignments or something. That's the thing. Okay, because what will happen means actually what, sometimes actually you guys will be facing problem on installation, because of that you will not be practicing. So I don't want you to go for that stage. That's why actually what everything I have documented for you. So all these documents are prepared by entirely by my side. So how it has been prepared means, when I started my career in the training, so students will come actually what doubts they will be asking me a number of times. So based on that, actually what I have prepared. So most of the places where they asked, everywhere I have documented, and then only I prepared these sheets. So most probably actually what I have covered 90% what are the things they have asked, everything. So that's what I'm going to do. XPath, if you come over there, so what are the different types of XPath available, and then how to use it, and then one example for you. So with screenshots, how to get an XPath. Okay, nowadays XPath and CSS both are very important, because why means, there are some places actually what you have to go with some relationship, and then you have to get the person what they an element information. That time XPath will be helpful. Same thing CSS also. So why we go for CSS compared to XPath? Only CSS is actually what always faster compared to the um, XPath. CSS actually what it's always faster in searching an element. That's why we go for that. Okay. Then if you go for and, so hand, same steps, starting from installation to how to write one script in and then execute through Selenium. Okay, entirely. By this you will know actually what how to work on with and. That's thing. Same thing when you come to framework. So framework also, how what I have done here means, so if you see, I have made it in a simple, just a second guys, I made it in a simpler process. So to understand, so totally I have separated the framework establishment in totally 7 stages. What I have done means, so stage by stage we add new files over there. Okay, what we do in real time, the same thing, when I going to add each and every step new files over there. Okay, that time I given the information. See, compared to the previous thing, that stage anything extra added means I'll be giving the informations like this. Okay, like this is what we have done. This is a very basics framework. Okay, so in through JUnit we learn this. So once you learn this, then understanding actually a little bit complex framework will be easier for you. Okay, then we will go for the TestNG framework with page object model. Okay, so I'm going to each and everything, actually it's like a small spoon feeding plus expecting some information from you. That's the only thing. Okay, then if you see, I given a snapshot also as what are the information that we have, so that you will be understanding every stage what we have added extra, all those things I have given. Okay, this is about document sites. So what are the things I have done? So JUnit or TestNG, we will be learning both. So when you come to it, so how to write a test case, and then what are the annotations we have, and then what that annotations are used, and then how to write a test case or a suit file, multiple runs, how to do, and certain rules that need to be followed if you don't want to get an error, those informations. Then TestNG level also, where to install, how to install, and then their annotations, and then how to write a test case, and then how to execute it. Okay, through XML files. Okay, how to run multiple files, all those information, jar files that are needed for it, how to get the report. Okay, everything is what here through, and how I can execute TestNG, Maven, all those things are there for us. Clear guys? So anyone has any questions so far? So still now, what I have told you means as what are the topics that we will be covering here for Java, okay, and then what the documents will be given to you, and then everyday class informations I'll be forwarding through the URL and then the topic list, code files and assignments, and what documents, how documents are been prepared by my, so that you will not be facing any issues on that. Okay. Coming to the topic, first we'll go with Java, then the Selenium IDE, then we will learn about the add-ons, Xpath, CSS, Firebug, all those things. Then after that, web driver, we will go automating all the different kinds of elements here. So why we learn Selenium IDE, which is right now is not used in the industry? Because understanding Selenium IDE gives you a comfort feeling when you learn Selenium WebDriver. Selenium RC we are not going to learn here because no one uses in the industry. Okay, so it's of putting time on that. We can utilize it over there in the WebDriver. So that's why I have skipped Selenium RC. But in case if you want how to do it, a small video clip I can give you so that how to install Selenium RC and then how to write a test case on that. WebDriver, we will be seeing in detail all the different kinds of elements that are available in the system. Everything you will be seeing it here. That's what, okay? That's what you will be learning here. Then after that, we'll go for the framework concepts. So first you'll be learning the basics of JUnit and TestNG. Then after that, and log4j, Maven, GitHub, Jenkins. And then framework level, you'll be learning. So JUnit with the keyword driven framework. So with and combination. TestNG with the data driven or a modular driven. It's like a hybrid driven framework. Okay. With page object model concept and then Maven dependencies. And then it's like you will learn GitHub here. So what are the GitHub over them is there are 5 members in the team who is writing the code. So how to get everyone's code information or how to put your code information to the system. So that information, so for example, all the 5 members should have the unique code everyone has written. So that is what you will be learning in the GitHub. So it's so easy concept. I'll explain you in a detailed way. Then Jenkins, it's like actually what the integration tool. So it's like we will be scheduling every day morning we have to run the builds. Every day night we have to run the automation code and finally prepare the report and then send a mail to everyone. Then same thing actually what once you deploy the code, okay, if the what is it? We are going to deploy the code. So developers they have written the code and then once you have to deploy, after deployment actually what we have to run the automation code, so we can script it here so that what will happen once deployment is done automatically the execution will happen and finally I will get the result here. So that is what Jenkins about. So like all these things we will be learning here. Clear guys? So may know anyone has any questions so far? If so, please ping me in the chat window or you can unmute yourself and then you can ask me so that I can continue or I'll explain you if you have any questions also.
Hello, this is Shyam here.
Hey, hi Shyam.
Yeah, you said about the Selenium reports. So
Yes.
how these reports are generated? Like when you have numerous test cases and then the reports to be generated using Jenkins.
Sure.
So where are you going to display these reports?
So through Jenkins itself, actually, what we will be displaying it. So it's like two things. One, in the Selenium level, actually, what through Excel sheet you can prepare the report, or through extended files over there we have an HTML file. Through that you can prepare the report. The third one through TestNG you can integrate the extended reports and then display it in the Jenkins itself. So in all these three ways, actually, what we will be learning. These three informations you'll be learning.
So once you run the report, once this Jenkins job runs, and then the report will be. I mean, there is a plugin.
Usually, usually we run through Jenkins, and then we'll see the success and then failure report in the Jenkins server. Everything that is, we will not be going to the code at any point of time. Always actually what we'll be running the test cases, and then the success and failure rate and then skip rate, everything we'll see in the Jenkins server, and then there itself we will be displaying what is the failure, and then take that information, then we go to the code and then we debug what is the problem. That is the original. That is what we are going to. That is. But before going to that, but we will be learning how to prepare the reports in these three ways. And finally, once you go over there, so you'll be feeling more comfortable. Okay, this is what we have done, and then now we are going to prepare it over here. So your mindset will be very clear that actually what how it started from the base to the advanced level.
Okay. Thank you.
Got it?
Yep.
Good. Yeah. Soumya. Okay. Cool. There is a remote web driver concept in Selenium. Do you cover that? Magul, may I know what is that remote web driver concept you're expecting? You can unmute from your end.
Okay. Murli, there is a remote web driver which is like to run different one program from different machine. Like I am running my program from different machines. That is HTTP
Grid
or
concept.
HTTP protocol.
Got it. Got
Yeah,
it.
that may be a grid concept. So just I want to know about that. Will you cover it?
Selenium grid we are not covering here, but I'll cover the parallel executions actually how it can be done in the basic level, not through different machines level. So it's like, for example, open what is it? Three Chrome browsers, or that is run your test cases in Chrome, Firefox, and IE as a parallelly. How to run that basic
Okay.
level alone I'll be covering here.
Oh, okay.
Got it? Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Any questions, guys, for anyone? Cool. Okay. Good, guys. So it's like actually I'm not going to cover any related to the topics for today. This is the first day over there. So it's like I'm just going to just give a small information about a small program in Selenium WebDriver, so which will be covering it. So the first 3 days will be like a demo session. I'll be just giving you a overview of the small important topics alone. Then from the fourth day onwards, we'll be starting it from core Java. Okay, so from that time onwards we will be starting in a very detail oriented for the class level. Okay, so right now I'll just take a small program how to run it. Okay, you don't need to worry about it. So all these things what I'm going to do will be covered in a detailed manner. Okay, so that I'm just trying to explain you how Selenium WebDriver works. That's the only thing. So first I have opened an Eclipse. So this will be covering it soon. So no need to worry about that. Most probably on the third day, we will be covering the installation of Java, Eclipse, everything. Okay. So in Eclipse, I'm going to go to new, go to new. Then I'm going to create a project, go to the Java folder, Java project, and click on next. So what I'm going to do over there is first I'm going to create a project, and then there I'm going to create some package and class files to run my code. So Selenium project, I'll just give a project name. Here the environment I need to choose it as Java SE 1.7 or 1.8. The current version is 1.8. So make sure you select that one because we are not going to run the Java codes. Okay, then click on finish. So I created my project. If you go into the project, I will have a source folder and then a GRI system library. Under the source folder is what we will be writing our Java code. So first right click on the source folder, then go to new, then you create a package. First package I'll create. Then after that I'm going to create a class file. So most of them will be new to it, so no need to worry. Okay, I'm just taking a small demo for you only, so that you will be knowing that how we write a Selenium code. But each and everything will be seen in a very detailed manner from the third class onwards, so no need to worry about this part. If you feel that actually I'm going a little bit advanced or something like that. Okay. Basics of Selenium. I'll create a class like this, then I'll have my main function, a default. I'm selecting this radio button and then a main function checkbox I'm selecting, click on finish. So when we do it, it will create a file called basics of selenium.java extension. Okay, so this is my class. So it says that actually what my package name is first package. So that is what here. Then the class name is basics of selenium, that is here. Okay, it as a main function. What is a main function means? It's an executable function. Okay, this is the place where we will write our code to execute the program. So we know how to create a class. Now I want to write some Selenium code. So for that I need the WebDriver files. Okay, so jar files I need. So for that I'll go to the Selenium HQ official website, seleniumhq.org, the official website. There I'll go to the download section. Then I'll go to the previous releases as of now. Then these are all the jar files. Right now I'm going to take 2.53, a older version jar files. So how to work on the latest jar files, I'll tell to you. So right now, old jar files 2.53. If you go inside that one, you can download the Selenium Java 2.53.1.zip file. Download this. Once you download, you'll be getting a jar files like this, or a zip file like this. So right click on the zip file, extract it, extract here. You will be getting a folder like this, Selenium 2.531. Go inside. So outside there will be 2 jar files, and then inside this one we will have this 21 jar files. All these jar files we need to add it to the project. So how to add it means simple. Go to the Eclipse, right click on the project, right click, go to the build path, configure build path. Here go to the Java build path library section, add external jars. Here go to the specific jar files what we need, 2.531. Add these 2 jar files. Then again add external jars, libraries folder, Control A, open. Add these 2. So we have added again these all jar files also. Clear? So we have added. Now I can write my Selenium WebDriver jar files. Okay, so when I'm taking my sessions, I will also help you in a way how to find the code, syntax or code from the Google. Okay, so first, if I want to automate something, what I need to do means, okay, I need to open my browser. So manually what we need to do means, okay, I need to open my browser. Then after that, I need to enter my URL first. So to enter the URL, I will enter my URL. This is my URL. Then after entering the URL, I need to log into the application and then I need to log out from the application. That's it. So type admin manager, then click on this checkbox, click on the login button. Then finally, I need to log out from the application. So it takes a little bit time for us to load the page, and finally I need to log out. That's it. This is what I need to do. So how to do that? First, what I need to open my browser. So what is the browser? Is Firefox browser. So for that, open Firefox browser in Selenium WebDriver. How to open Firefox browser in Selenium WebDriver? Enter. So this is what. So I'll go to some of the URLs. I'll take the first 3 URLs again. I'll go here. Just create the project, create the package, create the Java files. Then after that, download the Selenium WebDriver files. Okay, so for Selenium 3, we need to download the Gecko driver. Okay, otherwise, here, this is the code for me. Okay, to open the browser and then to enter the URL. Okay, I'll just copy. Clear? WebDriver driver equal to new Firefox driver. So I mouse over to the error. You can see it gives me import Firefox driver from where means org.openqa.selenium.firefox. Okay, it's a package. We have downloaded some jar files, right? In the jar files, we have this Firefox driver class. Okay, that is what we have downloaded. Then WebDriver imported. So WebDriver and then the Firefox driver. These two things I have right now imported it. Just if you mouse over, the error will show that actually what you need to import this files. That's what I have done. Then after that, I'm going to enter the URL information. So WebDriver driver equal to new Firefox driver help you to invoke the Firefox browser. Then this is going to enter the print the information in the output window, console window, we'll say. So these things not needed for me right now. We'll talk about it later. Now driver.get. What does the driver mean? This is the object here. Okay, so it has a method called get, which will help you to enter the URL in the browser, because the driver, this is the browser right now here. Okay, so this command will help you to open the browser, and then this is the browser name. Okay, so in that browser, you enter the URL through this command called get. Then what is my URL here? I need to give it with HTTP protocol or HTTPS protocol. Okay, so how to do that means, so my URL, this is my URL, copy and then paste it here. HTTP murli-pc/login.to. That's the thing. Okay, so here enter URL in browser. That's it. Okay, so why this is WebDriver, why this Firefox driver, I will explain now. Okay, right click, run as Java application. So see, it will open me one Firefox browser now. See, it has opened me one Firefox browser and then entered my URL. That's it. Okay, so if I want to close the browser, for that the command is driver.close. Close is the command to close the browser. See, now it opens the browser, enter the URL, and then closes the browser also. You can see now I have only one browser right now. Now it will open me one more browser, enter the URL, and then close it now. See, enter the URL, now it will be closed. See, now only one browser we have. Can you see? It will be so fast. Okay, because execution time for Selenium is actually what, 0.5 millisecond. That's the thing. Okay, execution time for Selenium always it is 0.5 milliseconds. That's the only thing. Clear, guys? Okay, so now we'll see what is this Firefox driver, what is this web driver. So I'll go to the Selenium HQ website now. So I'll go here. So go to the Selenium HQ website, go to the download window. Then if you come down, you can see Selenium client and WebDriver language bindings. So Selenium totally supports 7 languages to automate. Okay, in that the topmost one are Java, C Sharp, Ruby, Python, JavaScript, and then after that we also have .NET, like different things. 7 languages supports. In that, Java is the popular one. So right now the current version is 3.4.0, which was released on the April month of 21st, this month. So here you can see a download section where you can download the jar file, the latest jar file 3.40. If you want the old previous jar files means you can go for the previous releases here. Okay, but right now here you can see download the latest jar files, okay, which was released on this month. Then go for Java doc. So Java doc is the one, okay. Java doc is the one where you can see all your packages and then the class files, and those class file, what are the methods it has, all those things. So right now, if you see, I want to invoke the Firefox browser. Every browser has its own browser classes. Okay, every browser will have their own browser classes. So if you see, Control F, I'll give you Firefox. You can see Firefox has its own package here. Can you see? If I click on it, so it has these many classes. In that, Firefox driver is what one of my class here. Okay, that's the thing. This will help me to open me the Firefox browser. Same thing for Chrome. You can see Chrome as its own package, and then in that package you can see these are the classes. Chrome driver is actually what? That class which will help me to open me the Chrome browser. Same thing for IE browser. We have these are the classes for IE driver. Then after that we also have Opera, Safari, like that. So Opera driver is the browser driver. So that is all the browser classes will be having driver, Opera driver, IE driver, Chrome driver, Firefox driver, like that. That's the one. Okay. So for everything, web driver is the supermost interface for it. Okay, WebDriver is the supermost interface for all the browser related classes. That's our thing. Clear? So that's what we are given here. WebDriver driver equal to new Firefox driver, which will help me to open the browser. Okay. So here get is the command. So if I go to the Firefox driver class, see, I click on this. It has methods here. Can you see? You can see some methods top. So method summaries. What are the methods we have? In that we have a method called get. I'll give you get. See, get is one method. What that will do means actually what will help me to open me the entered URL in the browser. That's what that will help me to do. Okay, guys. So hope so. If you feel it difficult or something, okay, no worries. Okay, everything I'll be showing you in detailed manner in the upcoming classes. Okay, the first day, I know that actually it's a little bit actually what, in case if you're new to it, you might feel difficult, but all are simple concepts. Okay, then close is the command to close the Firefox browser. That's everything. Anyone ask any questions so far, guys? Anyone ask any questions so far that you need to understand? You can ping me in chat window or you can unmute from your end.
Murli, I have a question. So you were saying that WebDriver is a supermost interface.
Yes, correct.
So what is a interface?
Okay, so what is that interface here means? So interface is so right now that also is a little bit actually what I'm going a little bit further. Okay, don't feel in case if you're not understand. Okay, so classes will consist of methods, constructors, everything, which you can write some code to execute. Okay, interface is what means it will be having methods, but incomplete methods, which you cannot write any code into it. Okay, in a simple manner, if I want to say. Okay, so the only thing interface what it will do means I can make them as a supermost level and then have the method names. Okay, then what I will do means whenever I have the child classes, okay, those classes I will give the implementation details. That means, for example, uh, a interface will have some subclasses. Okay, so I can make a method to begin in a different forms over there. Okay, I can make it to um, make them to work in a different forms. When I come to the interface concept, I'll give you some good examples and then after some assignments for you so that you will know the originality usage of the interface. So in real time what they will do is they will be having the method names or the implementation details will be given in the subclasses. That is implementation, that is writing the code for the functionality how it should work. That's what I
Okay,
hope so. A little bit information
subclasses
given.
will have the implementation, right?
Subclasses will have the implementation details, correct?
Right.
Actually, I'm not given the entire clear concept because I don't want to give entirely because you might feel actually what a complex or you feel a little bit you're not understanding. So that's why I'm trying to give it in a layman terms. That's the thing. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Any questions, guys? Anyone has any questions? Okay. Yeah.
So I've been looking at your code. So you've been writing this driver loading and all these things. So going forward, when you write multiple test cases in different
Yes.
classes, so this code will be repeated, or you'll write a base class or something like when you can load a driver from a single method call.
Super,
So that
correct. Yeah,
I
good
mean,
question.
well, I mean, I'm not judging you with this code, but I'm saying that's the way you.
Yes, you're perfectly correct. So right now we are just learning how to write an automated scenario.
Uh-huh.
So going further, what we will do is, so in the framework concept when we come, there we will be giving an information. So how to use base class and then through that, how the execution will happen. For example, there will be 50 to 100 test cases will be there. So for every test case, I cannot invoke my Firefox browser and then I cannot work, open the browser, enter the URL, and then run the scenario. Instead of that, we will open the browser only once. We will enter the URL once. Then after that, what we will do is we will be making what to run all the test cases through that. So the browser will be opened once and then the URL will be entered. Then after that, actually what we will do is all the test cases we will be running. Okay, so it's like actually what 50 test cases is, all the 50 test cases or 10 test cases we will be running it, and then after that we will log out and then close the browser, and finally we prepare a report. Why means time constraint. There is actually what if you want to open browser, enter a URL and then run the things means it will take actually what for every test case it will take a minute or 2 minutes. But the same thing you want to run only the test cases means entirely 50 test case can be completed within 15 minutes or less than that. Okay, that's why actually what we use the base class and then we will give the basic information. That answer your question, Shan?
Yeah, actually, yeah, I was expecting the same kind of because to avoid the repetition of code, so that we'll reuse the code from the superclass or the abstract class from the.
Correct.
So whenever your class when you create initially when you write the base classes and then your drivers are loaded, so that way I mean the students can they can go in a very defined path, a systematic path. They won't write the whole steps again and again.
Yes. When we come to the framework level, we will see what are the things
Better.
that we
Just
were
as I mean,
speaking.
I'm so good. So whatever you're explaining is pretty good, but I'm just telling you, if you, because whenever you write the JUnit test case, every time you might not need write this class, or when you load your class, that way you can just get the framework, browser loaded, browser information loaded on the driver, and then the driver in the test case as well.
Correct. Everything we will be looking on it further.
Okay, cool.
Sure.
Yeah, so yeah, thanks.
Okay. Thanks, man. Any questions from anyone, guys? Okay, cool. So I'll stop the session for today with this. So tomorrow we'll again connect, and then we'll see actually how to automate 1 or 2 test cases through WebDriver. Then after that, we'll start with the installation of Java and then Eclipse, all those stuff also. We'll go for that. Okay, guys? Okay, so I'll be also forwarding you actually what the recordings of today's session, and then the small code what you have seen today. Okay, so today's the first 2 days, 3 days, you might feel the first 1 week will be going a little bit slow, but later on actually what we'll be going with the proper speed. Okay, no need to worry. The first 1 week alone you might feel the slowness, then after that it will be going in a faster pace. Okay, thank you. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining for today. Meet you by tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you so
Bye
much.
bye. Thanks.
Bye, guys.